I'm Jerry Rice, and you're looking at PressPassTV.
Hey, I'm Morgan Page. Welcome to PressPassTV. Tony Dungy, coach of the Super Bowl champion Indianapolis Colts, recently went on a popular late-night talk show wearing a mustard-colored suit, prompting the host to ask about its designer. The coach replied that it wasn't Armani, and it wasn't Calvin Klein or Ralph Lauren either, but a suit from Adrian Jules Custom Clothiers in Rochester, New York. And as it turns out, Adrian Jules has been outfitting professional athletes and coaches from all kinds of sports for quite some time. So we decided to go behind the scenes at Adrian Jules and see just how they make their fine-looking garments.
Hello, welcome to Adrian Jules Custom Clothiers in lovely Rochester, New York, upstate. We've been in business for 44 years. Actually, the founder, Adrian, was brought over from Italy to be the head designer of Hickey Freeman's. Started this business, a true custom bespoke bench 6 custom garment. And by being in business this long, you can imagine we've been in major magazines and articles as such. And what you'll see is anywhere from Sports Illustrated, because we do work quite a bit with professional athletes, entertainers, movie stars and such, as well as down to the Rob Report, which there's a new article coming out it's out this month. One of the reasons is because we are a custom clothier and we do it the old-fashioned way. The garment's made by hand with approximately 95 tailors out in the backyard right here. Of course, we're very close down the road from the Bills. We worked a lot with a lot of fellas there, and then it's referrals. Once you have an opportunity to have something, I mean, there's other clothiers out there, but they don't have necessarily the, I don't want to say even expertise, but we have a custom shop right behind us. Generally, the guys that look sharp, fellas ask, when's your tailor coming? So this is the magical case. Now these books change on occasion, depending on season. This is actually my spring stuff, which we just got the new fall fabrics in. And as you can imagine, if I'm going down towards the Dolphins or the California teams or what have you, I'm still carrying spring stuff because they don't want to wear heavyweight goods. Generally, if they're going to do clothes, the first thing they think about is their away trips, because they're going to be dressed for the away games. So if they're going to all warm places, then they may consider to still have lighter weight goods. So you have to carry a mixture of both. Here's an example of somebody's wardrobe for the football season that they picked out. You can see that quite a lot of the bases have been covered, from velvets to silk and wools, suits, solids for business, another wool, a little bit of everything. Teams do travel all over the place, and if you enjoy stuff, it's also important. You can see the little integrated special things we do. These are all functional buttonholes, which are called surgeon cuffs. Back in the day, they were actually used for a reason. It was for surgeons when they were in the operating room. Everybody dressed. They would never take their jackets off. They'd roll their sleeves up. And they come in here. And now what I'm going to do is give you a little background and take you through what we sort of do to make you guys look so doggone handsome in suits. After we measure everybody up, the next stage is getting together with our head designer, Victor over here, and what we do is discuss patterns and what we're trying to accomplish, and he actually develops a pattern for every individual directly, okay? And by doing that, once we do that and we have that, it actually gets transferred into the computer screen, and this is being set up so it can be cut upstairs. Again, it gets cut by hand as well. It gets printed out here. Basically, this is a CAD system. We used to do it the old-fashioned way, as you can see, but now it's much more accurate this way to keep it, because it becomes less space, but you can make adjustments very easily in the computer. It gets printed out here, and then once it gets all done, it gets taken up to the cutting room. After everything's laid out on the CAD and the actual pattern is put together, it gets put on this special paper, which is actually has a sticky substance, and it is laid out. If you can see over on that one, laid out over the fabric. Again, taking into consideration the stripes, the plaids, how they have to line up. And everything that comes upstairs is checked twice to verify anything that the computer may or may not be able to do is integrated into the pattern. Everything's done by hand. It's not done by some computer-operated mowing machine, so to speak. You get a lot more consistency, and some things can't be done by computer that you would anticipate it. After the garment's cut, pieces get sent across our custom shop. And whether it's somebody just sewing a pocket or lining for a pocket or somebody developing the whole lapel, it goes to different locations. Now each location is specialized, although the folks here will change different spots, all master tailors in their own right. But it's better if somebody's really good at just doing buttonholes, or somebody, you know, developing the chest piece, that they be in charge of it. And every time a piece gets put together, you'll see a lot of presses over across this area. It's all for shaping the garment and developing the person's chest. What you're seeing right here is the inner facing of a person's chest piece. And as opposed to fusing a garment, which is fusing is glue and sticking stuff together and letting it hold itself, this is actually a floating chest piece with horsehair and all the different levels in there to develop a chest. And by using this, you can actually mold the garment for a person's chest, and it stays that way. This is all the coat shop as well. Different levels, it sort of goes through a path. This is our buttonhole machine. It does the actual buttonholes on the sleeves. These buttonholes. These are the buttonholes for the functional cuffs, the surgeon cuffs. You'll see the ladies right here actually sewing the arms in by hand, the bottoms. There's a great deal of handwork in the garment, and that's again what we specialize in, because it's done the extra mile. By putting it in by hand, and by doing it by hand, you can shape the shoulders and the sleeves as well. If it's done by machine, it could be tight in the front, could be tight in the back. This is where all the pants are put together. The big thigh measurements for athletes and such are taken into account. Everything from zippers that match the appropriate color of the pant that need to be put in, to lining. In some cases, fellas, it depends on the situation, but you can line the pants, you can align the knee of the pants, all the pants. In many cases with professional athletes, obviously we reinforce everything just because they're bigger fellas moving around a little bit. There's 15 different kinds of pocket styles for a pair of pants. It just depends on what the fella's looking for, whether it be, do you want a button on the back of your pocket? Do you don't? Do you want a flap? Do you want a tab? The options are endless, and even more so when it's custom, because there's no option you can't do. This is the final pressing area, and after the garment's been shaped and gone through over and over and over again upstairs with all the pressing, it's still, I mean, it's a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes per garment, just to press it and get it all set up. After everything's been pressed, is then the buttons go on. It's a matter of picking what thread goes on the button, what button goes on the coat, and it's all been taken care of by myself or Peter way in advance of what we want. That's all part of the details. And the last step is the final inspection. And if there's a press that's somebody doesn't like, or something's hanging funny, it goes back. You hope not that you don't have to have that happen, but in the same token, if it does, it's for a reason, and it doesn't go to anybody till it's ready to go out. You need to understand what goes into a garment to understand why it should feel so special on you, and why it feels like, even though it looks better than anything you've ever had, it also feels like your favorite pair of sweatpants. That's more or less the process. It's a dying art. It's very special, and everybody should try at least one.
We hope you enjoyed that story, and if you want to see more behind-the-scenes action, check out our website, PressPassTV.com, or our YouTube page at youtube.com/PressPass. We add new stories every single day, so check back often. For everyone here at PressPass TV, I'm Morgan Page. Bye.